Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome back for a little bit more Bioshock Infinite. As you can see, we've gone through that door that I left off last time, so I haven't actually advanced since then. I'm just gonna grab that soda pop even though I'm full in salts, because the next place that we go to isn't really gonna have any reason for us to come back here. So, just gonna ransack the place a little bit. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Well, there goes half the salts that I had saved up there, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna take a look at these three things. This is just basically an info dump that's optional. Yeah, I really don't like this small section. It is kind of impressive how fast they built this city. Columbia gets built really quickly in my opinion. I thought it was the only really odd thing about that. Like ridiculously fast. Anyway. Prophet stands up to foes from within and without. Now, for those of you who don't really know the Chinese Boxer Rebellion was basically sort of a nationalist rebellion in China, kind of opposed to the government that had sort of been cowed by the British government. So, these guys decided to intervene with that and, yeah, bomb China. Not really in keeping with what America had kept as their ideals prior to that, since they had a non-intervention policy. So Colombia is different from America in that respect. And here the break gets even weirder. Yeah, so you'd think that these people would be really proud Americans, but they actually aren't. They're something that they think is above America. So, yeah, they're not officially part of America. It's really weird that they've got such a culture of worshiping American ideals and things when they themselves aren't American. But
We do indeed.
Why are
it's
you
these two.
following me?
We were already here.
Why are you following us?
Aperitif.
Yeah, these two. Okay, adds a magnetic repulsive field. And this is our yellow bar.
Surprising.
Surprising that it worked,
Surprising that it didn't kill him.
but a magnetic repulsive field around one's body can come in handy.
If it doesn't kill you.
A fair point.
Human guinea pigging. Being a human guinea pig for these two is just not a smart idea. Alright. Now, I don't recall there being anything in particular in here, so, yeah. I'll just grab the change I think that's on, or behind this counter is where it is, and head out on my way. Why do I keep drinking that stuff by accident? Normally, I've gone through here and haven't had that problem of picking up any of the alcohol, but today I'm just having a little bit of an off day. Doesn't even really matter, maybe that's why. So here you can see I've started to pick up machine gun ammo. That means we're gonna get machine guns soon.
Comstock called on me today to write his biograph. Me. The man pays for exactly 100 pages in advance. Now, I'm half a Jew when I smell silver, so I say, Father, your flock would pay for 1,000. You know, why settle for less? And then the prophet.
Whoa! Damn hook must be magnetized.
100 will suffice, as I know how it ends.
Okay, so that guy was Ed Gaines, he's a writer here. I'm kind of wondering if his name is supposed to be indicative of like that serial murderer, but it's hard to tell really. Could just be a name they thought would sound interesting for this guy. I have way more machine gun ammo than I usually get from that. Okay. Did I get him? I think I got him. Okay, so there's one guy with heavier armor. And that guy is the one that you want to make sure you hit with the possession first. If you hit him with the possession, he can cause a lot more damage than the other guys. Where is this guy? Yeah, I don't know where I'm getting shot from, so... There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so... Still full health pretty much, but we've used up all our salts. We'll pick up some more along the way. The next part's the auto turret. That's going to be a complete pain in the ass. It's on that boat thing there. I can sort of see it from here, but I don't want to be shooting at it from down here. If I recall, the easiest place to shoot it from was in here. Nope. I have a really bad scroll wheel, so... There we go. This one is a little bit easier just because you can't really shoot through that door frame very effectively for some reason. Alright. That still did take up a lot of my ammunition, so let's see if I can top off. Doesn't look like it. Still not doing too bad. And I'll be able to get a little bit more of these things. Okay, this next fight is one that usually just completely kicks my ass. We got a whole bunch of people streaming down from here. There's turrets on one of these boats further down. So, ow! What the? I'm surprised that my shield went down quite so quickly that time. Okay, I have to wait just a bit for my shield to start charging up. Okay. Someone usually comes around my flank by now, but it looks like they're not doing that this time. Ow. Okay. Well, kind of hoping that they'll... Oh, there we go. Come a bit closer is what I was about to say there. But these guys are just as much cover shooter fans as I am, so... There we go. Perfect. Oh, there's another one. That guy got a good burst off. Okay, so I think that's everybody that's up here except for the people who are mysteriously going to spawn behind me or coming from that ship, so I'm just going to run back here, make sure all my guns are ready. Yep. Okay, this second wave comes in and will be the last one, so it's not like... Oh, jeez. That was a bit closer than I thought it was going to be. There we go. Okay, trying to remember the numbers here. I think that's most of that wave. So I'm just going to run back and grab the health. Okay, it is a little bit odd that that thing's shooting. I'm not sure where it thinks it's shooting at me from, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, so it's behind there, so it can't hit me right now. But I'm gonna try and take it out from here. Yeah. Alternatively, I can possess it for a little while and have it try and... Oh, it can't shoot down there. Or there's no one down there. I am so confused right now. Okay, well... I've mentioned this in a couple other attempts at the first part, is that everything seems to spawn a little bit randomly. You don't necessarily get the same people doing the same things each time, which was really confusing to me. Yeah, so this one's going to be a bit of a pain since I can't get that same distance that I got on that other one. And of course my shield takes a million years to recharge, so... Alright. This is like corner sniping in Team Fortress for those of you who... There we go. Just gonna jump on there and take its ammunition after I get the medkit that's up here. because I do recall there is a med kit up here. Yeah. Okay, pretty much topped off. We got a little bit missing, but not much, so I'm not going to worry about that. That's full still. Okay, so I don't know where the people down here are. There's usually people down here.
Everyone stay calm and lock your doors if you can. The Prophet foresaw this.
It's a little disconcerting, actually.
Is prepared.
Either way, what I can do here is show you the first secret area, and that's in here. Apparently I'm so fat that all the glass broke. Okay, so got a bunch of money, another devil's kiss that you can use for salts, and I'll show you the secret room in just a second here. Okay, so this is the first secret room. It's this treasure chest, but I can't open it right now. So I'm gonna have to find this key, and then find out, and then come back here to go open that. So here's the first audio hint for it, or the only audio hint for it.
He took this box from one of their secret ceremonies, and I know for sure there is something dear inside. Problem is, Otis is more fool than not. He didn't bother to also secure a key from the Feathered Brothers to open the damn thing.
Yeah, so this guy doesn't actually want me dead, so I like this guy. I'm still going to take his chocolate bar, his money, and his silver bar over here. But yeah, he's got this very patriotic looking picture of peace and negotiation between armies, which is nice. But there's another more important picture that I'll show you later. Another more important painting later. In any event, let's head on back out of here. I'll be back here later once I've got the key. I'll show you how to get that. And I'm not going to show every secret because I don't actually know where all the secrets are. If I find them, I'll let you know about them and I'll show them to you. But a lot of them I'm just going to miss because I don't know that they're there. Okay. So here we're just going to pick up some change and try and leave as much food and other things behind as possible because I'm going to need the health pickups later. And since I'm full health here, pretty close to full ammunition actually, the next section is where I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm going to leave that there just so I don't take the cotton candy. But, like, this part's hard. This part is difficult for me. Other people can have an easy time here. I don't.
How to treat them. It was bound to happen.
Violence is not a foregone conclusion. Tim, the one they're after. Go. They're looking for you.
Police, we're in need of your assistance.
They're here!
See, these are other people who are fairly helpful to me. And here's an interesting thing that these people have. They've got a very nice-looking, pleasant picture of Abraham Lincoln, and they have to keep it hidden behind this drape here, but they keep it open when no one else is around. I think that's a neat touch that's going to contrast nicely with something that's going to come up here in a second. Wallet. That one's always empty, it seems. Okay, well, bit of change anyway. So this is the gunfight that I am absolutely atrociously bad at. So there we go. Oh, shoot. Okay, well. Perfect. And gonna run back in here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's see, this one's minus health plus salt. I need the opposite. Meeting of the Columbia Friends of the Negro Society. I never actually noticed this before because I didn't have the subtitles on, so I didn't think it had anything important on it, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyhow, let's see, plus health minus salt, there we go. And then I can get this for salts. I already said. And then there's health kits back in here. There we go. So, back up nice and healthy. And the reason I find this fight so tough is just that, like, it's such a cramped little area and you're so exposed here. But in any event, now I gotta deal with that son of a bitch. Okay. Trying to remember if there's a good place to shoot this from. I can't really remember. Okay, so that's where it is. Okay, well, I gotta just wait this out a little bit so that my shield recharges, but you get the idea. These things get easier as soon as you get Shock Jockey, basically. Shock Jockey is the electrical attack. There we go. The machine gun, one of the very few things that it's just outright better at is taking up those things. So, anyway, danger on all sides. And this is sort of discussing the people they were talking about earlier, the racial minorities who were composed of the Vox Populi, who are basically freedom fighters for minorities in Colombia, but they're also terrorists. They're not necessarily good guys. They aren't. I wouldn't say that they have really much of the moral high ground in any event. It's not that kind of setting. Anyhow, just gonna run around in circles like some sort of horrible, horrible person looking for loot. There's not too much here, if I recall. But on the other hand, plenty of ammunition to pick up, and a voxophone over here. Voxophone's, of course, the important thing.
Man was just transfixed by my trophy scalps. Asked about the white ones there. I said, well, sir, if your quarry dwells in the jungle and beds down with the local color, why split hairs? Not a chuckle out of him. Either he ain't seen a man go native, or maybe too many. Anyhow, now it's got me hunting down this Daisy Fitzroy. Hope he don't expect me to stuff and mount her. Yeah.
Now, I actually kind of like this character, Preston E. Downs. He's an interesting fellow, I think. And, he kind of comes across as a bit of an antagonist at this point, or at any rate, sounds like someone that you wouldn't necessarily get along with, maybe. He's working for Comstock. But he's still an interesting kind of guy, I think. Yeah, and you never actually meet him, unfortunately. You do hear some audio logs from him, though. Anyhow. Yeah, so here you can see this thing. Audemus Patria Nostra Defendere. I don't actually know what that means, or if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not too worried about it. But the important thing is that you remember this symbol from that treasure chest I was looking at earlier. So, this is the place where you're going to find that key. And that's the first hint towards that. Now, these people are crazy. And I'll show you that, why that is later. Or fairly soon, actually. It's like 2 rooms away from here. Now, this is a scene that I always like, just because it's sort of a bit surreal. I'm just going to stand here. He's going to stand up. He's going to look at me. And there we go. I just like that awkward moment where he's sort of staring at you, though. Just looks at you and it's like, wait a minute. And then he pulls out a gun and you all open fire.
And when the Angel Columbia gave unto the founders the tools to build a new Eden, they did so without hesitation. For 85 years they prepared the way of the Lord. But when the great apostate came, he brought war with him, and the fields of Eden were soaked with the blood of brothers. The only emancipation he had to offer was death.
Okay, so this is where I just wanted to point out that picture I saw earlier. This one has Abraham Lincoln as the devil being shot by an angelic John Wilkes Booth. And I think it just sort of points out nicely in this setting how, as morally corrupt and awful as some of these people seem, it's not everybody here. These people are just the product of what they're being raised in, and some of them still have the decency to view things like Abraham Lincoln as positive. And I think that's a really interesting thing about this place. It makes it a lot more characterful than if they were all liberty-hating bags who like John Wilkes Booth. Anyhow, now this is another fight that's going to completely beat me senseless, so I kind of want to have a little bit more salts for it. I'm full health at the very least, but, well, the problem is I don't want to drink that just for this. Well, we'll get through it. I've got 4 charges of my Devil's Kiss for this. Hopefully that'll be enough. This fight I usually just get through on the skin of my teeth, basically. Yeah, these guys are crazy. They're basically the KKK. That guy surrounded by the crows is the next mini-boss. He's pretty tough. Yeah, okay, that's enough listening to that. Okay. So here they come. Oh, geez, lag.
You won't escape. They're here. Where you go? Mongrel.
Okay. And that's all of them, I think. Like I said, not too bad this fight. But I tend to chew through a lot of bullets fighting those guys. Anyhow, let's just heal up on sandwiches and other good things. Pick up that machine gun. There's a machine gun downstairs as well that I left behind since I was on full ammunition. I'm just going to go pick that up now as well, along with the salts. A lot of backtracking if you don't want to be on low health, low salts all the time, but it's worth it sometimes. Anyhow. Get him back there. Still not going to be quite full, but I'll be full by the time I get to the next major fight. The machine gun was on the next set of chairs, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to want as many bullets as I can possibly get for the next mini-boss, or the first mini-boss. The problem is that I'm not going to be fighting him quite yet. I've got to fight my way back to that house since some of the enemies respawn. I think it's supposed to be like another patrol group comes by, or something along those lines.
What exactly?
Anyway, I'll grab the audio log here and play that for you.
The Negro from his daily bread, from the nobility of honest work, from wealthy patrons who sponsored them from cradle to grave, from clothing and shelter. And what have they done with their freedom? Why, go to Finkton and you shall find out. No animal is born free, except the white man. And it is our burden to care for the rest of creation.
Okay, so crazy as that sounds, this wasn't a weird psycho theory invented for this particular character. There's actually something called the white man's burden, is a theory posited, or a political stance posited back in like the late 1800s, if I recall correctly. And it basically was the idea that society of the white people was so technologically, economically, and culturally advanced compared to everybody else, that was their moral obligation to bring everybody else into their level of society and technology and economy and all that. which obviously is discredited these days, but it was relatively widely... It was a seriously debated issue back in these days, in the 1800s. So, you know, it's not you can't really say that this place is that crazy for believing it during the times in which it takes place. But yeah, as you can see, patrols respawned. It's just, I was kind of hoping I could lure them over towards that exploding barrel. Not quite close enough. Yep. These guys are keeping their distance. But, you know, oh, Jesus Christ. Where'd you come from? Alright, well. Leave me alone, I need my magnetic repulsive field to recharge. Right. No, you won't. Kinda wondering where the hell this guy is. Kinda funny if they just left a Vox phone recording of a guy saying these things. Where is he? There we go. Okay. And I think I forgot to do this, so let's do that right away. And this is a dollar bill, so I'm not going to get anything from it. Okay, let's charge our way on through. I think I've looted everything that I can possibly get from this place, so... Oh, a wallet. Can't believe I missed that. Medkit. I don't need it for my way back again since they only respawn the one time. So, just gonna grab everything from here. I'm still kind of wondering who this guy is, but, you know, he's happy. He's safe here, apparently, but... yeah, let's go head on over to the secret room. Just use this hook to get back up here. Jump up here. And let's head on down. Straight over here. And this will also get us a vial of salts. Now, once again, I'm going to go with a salts infusion. Now, let's go get the shields infusion for this one. I've been taking more hits than I really like taking. Okay, so we're almost at full salts. We were full health. Let's go just down here. This guy is evacuated and he left his salts there. He obviously doesn't care about him, so I'm just going to take it for myself. Head on back upstairs and head all the way back up to the crazy place full of birds. And those guys need to hire a maid or something. Now, I kind of get the feeling that there are places like that because they don't want to do any of the manual work themselves, obviously. But on the other hand, like you'll notice everywhere else hires ethnic minorities to do their hard labor or their cleaning for them. And I guess those people didn't want those guys in there to do that, so I don't really know. That's my feeling on those guys, because these guys are the craziest of the racists. Backtrack on into here. Full, so I don't need that. It's important to remember where those are placed, though, just in case you're not full when you go back here. And I don't think I fight anybody until I get back to the mid-boss. So let's rush our way over there. Currently, I think I've got like $500-something, so if I die, I'll probably be able to come back a couple times. Do I get everything from back here? Looks like it. Is there... I'm just gonna do a quick double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I missed a voxophone actually in the bar. I'll do a cut here and I'll come back. I think you're tired of watching me backtrack. And we're back. Turns out I was wrong. There was no audio recording there, so either I got it and just forgot, or it was never there in the first place and I'm just going crazy. Crazy one is probably more likely.
Trouble began almost instantly. Full of wrath and bent on harm, the anarchist maliciously wounded several Colombian peacemakers, before then arming himself and firing into an assemblage of virtuous fairgoers. As of this hour, he is considered wholly responsible for causing at least 8 God-fearing Colombians to meet their maker in heaven.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm pretty sure I've killed more people than that, though. Okay, so this place is pretty bereft of people now that I've killed their congregation, so... Here we can get a little bit more money. Now, to be perfectly fair, this is probably not the smartest move, since I know that I'm going to need my salts in a little bit. But I think I can get them all back before I actually need them, so... Let's try not to drink any alcohol. Get around here, there's another pile of money somewhere. I think there's another one, actually. No? I must be going crazy. Okay, my ammunition's full, though. Oh, there it is, yeah. Okay. And let's just head on in here for the audio logs. And, of course, the ammunition.
Sweet mother of Columbia, why do we worship 3 symbols in your memory? We worship the sword, so that we might avenge you. We worship the raven, so that we might cover the city with eyes. We worship the coffin, because it symbolizes the weight of our faith.
Okay, so these guys are the crazy zealots, and they have the secret prison back here. Don't really want to know what they keep back here, or why, or anything like that. Well, they've got a pineapple, that's nice to know. But you can get gear here, basically. You can basically use this as clothes. Ooh, I've got, yeah, the gear you get here is randomized. This one makes my headshots hurt more. I'm not sure if it's actually randomized, or if the way you play affects it, or what, actually, but every time you go here, I seem to get a different one. This one's okay, but I'll switch it out later. Well, he wants to go back to his family, but instead... Yeah. Now, to his credit, Crow Guy does walk away from that like a total badass, but, you know, still a complete asshole. Okay, so... This guy is... Ow. Fairly difficult, actually. Yeah. Just have to keep moving, though. He hits like a truck, Jesus. There we go. He's not too hard once you sort of get his pattern down, and if you've got a good machine gun full of ammo. I love this figure. This is my favorite one in the game. Not just because it looks cool, but because the effect is really quite good.
Press to summon murderous crows. Hold
Yeah.
and release to create a nest trap.
This really comes into its own once you've got the upgrade at sort of fending against the wave situations. But anyhow, let's make sure we're all ready for this, because we get accosted by a bunch of suicidal people. Okay, well, no you won't, buddy. There we go. Let's pick through all your stuff. I think I can actually switch back to the machine gun since... no, I'll stick pistol for now. Okay, my salts are full, but my health is a little bit low. I was actually doing another take of this one. I noticed these guys for the first time. Yeah, I did not know that was in there. That's just really creepy to me. Yeah, these are not nice people. These are actually probably the most evil people in this setting, are the people in this building. I think. That's my opinion on it anyway. Like, other people have sort of morally questionable things that they do for their morally questionable reasons, but they always have some sort of, like, legitimate justification. These guys are just, like, the worst. This is a melee hat that lights people on fire. I personally don't really like this one, just because I don't usually melee attack.
This anarchist is either a mulatto dwarf or a French man with a missing left eye. No more than...
I can get the Monument Island from that station.
I like how they think I'm a 4'9" Milano dwarf. That, yeah, basically you can sort of tell that these people have been getting really weird reports from the local populace, but this is exactly why, you know, witness testimony doesn't actually mean much. Alright. Now I'm down here. Now, I can go down there and fight people, and I just checked, there's like, I get nothing for going down here to fight, as far as I can tell. So, I'm just gonna go in, steal their money, and leave. And I can do that without having to fight anybody. No money there. Yeah, witness testimony work, people.
His eyes were bigger than that.
Yeah. Either they're not describing me, or I look very different from the way I look. One of those two. Anyway, let's head on over to, and let's go wreck someone's life. Perfect. Skyline strikes are a very effective way to cause, like, instant kill, basically. Drat. I'm hoping for some ammunition just to top me off before I head into the next area, but I'm actually going to stop as I go through this door, since this will be the next zone, the next checkpoint, and that'll be the end of this episode, so I hope you did enjoy this, and I hope to see you all next time.